Hi, friends. It's Kimberly here. I am so excited that you're joining me for this important topic of should you start a podcast for your business? I know so many of you have been thinking about this. You may have already started your business. You're trying to grow it and you're trying to figure out, is podcasting the best way? Maybe you're just about to open and you're like, oh my gosh, I need to figure out how I'm going to get clients. Like, what am I doing? Should I start a podcast? And maybe you're even in the idea stage of your business. And maybe you want to maybe start a podcast first and then open your business. You're trying to figure it all out. Well, this is for you. By the end of this, my hope and prayer is that you know once and for all whether you should go ahead and pursue starting a podcast or not. I can tell you now, it's been the best business decision I've ever made. And I made it right at the beginning of my business. So I'm a little biased. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm biased toward podcasting when you are a busy person who is trying to grow your business. So many of you have full-time jobs, or you're a mom, or you're a dad, you're with kids, you're taking care of, aging parents, you have volunteer, things that you do. You play pickleball, you do other things. I just took up pickleball and I absolutely love it. But my point is, you're busy. How are you going to grow your business? I truly believe podcasting is the best way to begin. And there's other things you can do after that. But I just want to talk you through this so you can make the best decision for you. What I'm not going to do is try to convince you that it's the best decision for you, because I do not think that it is for everyone. I do not believe that some business owners should start a podcast. And we're going to go through that. We're going to go through these 3 questions. You are going to be able to ask yourself these things right now. And if you want my notes, I actually have a free download, just a quick little packet. Where is it? I took it off my desk. I was going to show you the little packet where you can take notes from this video. So scroll down right now. Okay, in the show notes, click it. You'll enter your email. Boom, it'll, I think it actually appears on the next page. I can't remember. You'll either get it via email or it'll be on the thank you page, and you can take notes as we go through. Okay, so are y'all ready? I'm so excited about this. I can't even tell you. Okay, so the question is, should you start a podcast for your business? Again, you may have already opened your business, you may have not, and it's okay. This is going to help you make the decision. We're going to go through 3 things, 3 questions that you're going to ask yourself right now. The first question is, do you actually need an audience online? And I want you to think about your business. Some of you are going, yes, I need an audience right now. Some of you don't know because you're already so busy, because you are fully booked with whatever you're doing. You can't even keep up with what you're doing now, and you're considering starting a podcast. Y'all, some of you do not need to build an audience right now. And I love the 2 words right now, because you can always wait. I usually say not yet. Maybe you can do it later. Okay. But for those of you that know right now, like, I'm starting my business, I do want to build authority online. I want to create connection online with people. I want people to find me online and actually buy from me. Then this could be a great opportunity for you. Now, I'm going to give you an example of someone that I know that's a business owner that does not need an audience online. And it's Laura, my friend Laura, who's a home decorator. She decorated my home about a year ago. She is so busy. She started her business right before I hired her. She is fully booked all the time. She's flailing around like a chicken with her head cut off, doing all these projects, which she's doing amazing at them. But in the back end, she's like trying to figure out who to hire. She was getting someone to do her website. She's trying to get an assistant. She needs somebody to run errands for her and deliver samples and pick up samples and do all these things. Y'all, she's so busy. She does not need an audience online right now. She can't even keep up with what she has. You do not need an audience online if you are so booked that you can't get control of everything else that you're doing. You need to have all your systems in place, or maybe you're beginning your business and you want to start building your audience that way. So again, it is not for everyone, but if you want an audience online, it's for you. When I started my podcast 5 years ago, the She's Just Getting Started podcast, I started it and then was starting my business right after. And it worked awesome for me because I could start talking about what I wanted to share. And then I could start developing my programs and my offerings through the podcast. Like, I started getting used to talking about it and helping people for free through the podcast. And it just relieved the pressure for me. And I loved it. It's been the best thing I've ever done. It's been so much fun and so rewarding. And I knew that I wanted an audience online. I'd had gift boutiques for 16 years, and I knew how valuable an online audience would be for me so that I could get leads and sales even when I wasn't putting out a podcast, even when I was sleeping. I want y'all to think about that. You can build an audience online in just a couple of hours a week by recording a podcast. And it's true. I honestly, right now, I know this may not be, you're not going to believe me, but after time, and if I showed you the ways that you could get your podcast done, I'm under an hour creating the podcast episode and recording it, and then uploading it to an editor. If I edit it myself, which I know how to do as well, takes me maybe 90 minutes total. That's for me. So I'm just going to say 2 hours for you. 2 hours a week for you to be able to generate leads and sales online while you sleep. How amazing is that? And most importantly, you're getting to impact lives. Every time you show up for a podcast episode, somebody is listening and getting so much value and saying, I'm so thankful that she showed up or he showed up for me. Sorry, y'all, I'm going to shut this real quick. That he showed up for me to share this message with me. So I just want you to think about that if you want to impact lives and grow your business online, then this could be a yes for you. If it is, shake your head and say yay. Okay, let's go to the next one. Number 2, do you actually have time for a podcast? Now, this kind of goes into number 1, like, do you have time? But really, it's its own thing. Do you have hours in the day to do this? So you may want an audience online and you're like, yeah, and I need one. I need to build more people, but I don't really have time. If you can't make time for this, then you can't do it. So right now, if you have a full-time job, or maybe you're a mom and you have a full-time job and you're taking care of aging parents and you volunteer and do all this stuff, you have to ask yourself, when am I going to be able to do this? So right now in your head, I want you to think about a time during the week that you could actually show up for 2 hours. Could it be a Friday night? Skip that Netflix binging. Could it be Saturday morning? Could it be Saturday morning from 6 a.m. to 10 a.m.? No, you won't get to sleep, but you could work on your business from 6 to 10, and 2 of those hours you could work on the podcast. Could it be a Sunday night? Could it be maybe one night during the week where your spouse or a family member helps you with children or whatever it may be, so that on Tuesday nights, you work on your podcast? I want you to think about it right now, because if you can't commit to the time, then you should not have a podcast, because then you're going to be one of those people that starts their podcast and they do 4 episodes and they fizzle out. But that's not you. I know that's not you. You're committed to this. You want to have a podcast. You want to impact lives. You want to grow your business. If you can make time for a podcast, then I'd say check. You've hit number 2. Okay. So again, number 1, do you need an audience online and do you actually have time for a podcast? Okay. Number 3, do you actually want to help people and impact lives with your voice, with your knowledge, with your expertise? Like, do you have a yearning to do this? Y'all, don't start a podcast if you're doing it for egotistical reasons so that you can have fans or so that you can just spew your wisdom and feel like you're amazing and it's all about you. Or just because you want to have a podcast because you need money and you need sales. If those are your reasons, do not start a podcast under my watch, because I think that the most awesome thing that comes out of a podcast is you getting to impact lives, you getting to share your experience, your story, your knowledge, your expertise, your passion, your heart. All of this you get to share with people, and it makes a difference. I know when I listen to podcasts and I listen to people that I think are super genuine and share real stories, maybe some that are painful for them or even joyous stories, it makes me so happy. And there's certain podcasts I listen to when I'm in a different mood. I don't know if you can think about podcasts that you listen to. Like if you're like, I need some motivation, I'm going to listen to this person. Or I need a pep talk about this. Or I want to hear a really cool true crime story. I want to escape for a little while I'm on my walk. Like, think about it. If you really want to impact lives and you want to show up for a certain group of people in this world, then I would say that podcasting could be awesome for you too. It literally could be the thing that changes everything in your business. Why? For these 3 reasons. 1, it will help you build an audience online. 2, It will have you putting your time into something that will grow your business. It will grow your business while you sleep in under 2 hours a week. And number three, it would allow you to use your God given gifts, your expertise, your passions, your experience, and everything to actually make a difference in this world. And how awesome is that? So, for those of you here that yet said yes to all three of those, make sure you get my free podcast training below. I don't want you to go another day not knowing how you're going to do this, not knowing how you're going to impact the world through your podcast, not knowing how to grow your business. I want you to know how to do it. So scroll down, you'll see there in the link, or maybe it will be in the pinned comments there, that you can start your podcast here pretty quick. I would be honored to help you. And again, I can just tell you this. It's the best thing that I've ever done for my business. It has changed my life. It's changed me personally, given me the confidence to show up and talk about something. I have learned how to articulate things like I never used to be able to do. I've learned how to take knowledge in my head and actually bring it out and say it. I know that sounds weird, but a lot of times in our lives, we probably found ourselves stumbling over words and things. And now I feel like I can talk about things more clearly. I know how to form points, and it's all from podcasting. It's given me connections to people I would have never been connected to before. And it has given me a lot of meaning. And I'm going to be really honest with you. It has given me so much meaning in my life because of the people who listen. And maybe you're one of them who's been an avid listener, who have told me how much me showing up has changed your life. And it means the world to me. And I think you deserve that too. If you have something to share with the world, if you have a message, I think you deserve that, to see that how valuable you are and that what you know and what you've experienced is worthy to other people too. So that's it. Reach out if y'all need anything. I'd love to help you get the free podcast training. And I hope to see you very soon. Bye.